Aashto T164 E2 vacuum extraction. Make sure this test will be conducted under a hood and in a well-ventilated area. Determine the size of sample needed based on the nominal maximum aggregate size of the mix. Record the mass of the sample. Determine the mass of the paper filter and filter aid prior to assembly of the vacuum apparatus. Next, set up the extractor by centering the filter plate over the drain and ring. Center the filter paper on the plate. Place the funnel ring in position, place the washer spacers and wing nuts on the bolts, and tighten the wing nuts until all of them are firmly holding the funnel ring in place. Be sure not to move the filter paper off center in the process of attaching the funnel ring. Pour an approved solvent into a beaker with the filter aid. Consult Aashto T164 Section 7. There should be enough solvent used to suspend the filter aid in the beaker. Turn on the vacuum extractor and pour the filter aid evenly over the filter paper. Turn the vacuum extractor off when the surface appears dry. Place the number 200 sieve on the funnel ring. It is optional at this step to place a larger sieve size to protect the number 200 sieve from larger coarse aggregates that may fall out during the test. Pour the solvent over the sample in a metal pitcher and use a metal stirring spoon to work the solvent through the mix. Turn on the vacuum extractor and pour the solvent and extracted binder over the number 200 sieve and filter aid. Be sure to prevent the loss of coarse aggregate in the pitcher. Lost fines will be caught on the filter. Repeat the process until the solvent being poured off of the aggregate is not discolored by extracted binder. Pour water into the pitcher and use the spoon to rinse the aggregate extracted from the binder. Then pour the water over the number 200 sieve and filter aid. Be sure to retain all coarse aggregates in the pitcher. Lost fines will be caught on the filter aid. Repeat the process of removing the solvent with the water until the water poured off the aggregate is clear. Let the vacuum extractor pull all of the water through the paper filter and then turn it off. Drain the solvent, extracted binder, and water from the vacuum into an approved container and locate the hazardous waste area of the facility and dispose the materials properly. Pour all of the extracted aggregate into a bowl or onto the sieve and put it in the oven to dry to a constant mass at 110 plus or minus 5 degrees Celsius, 230 plus or minus 9 degrees Fahrenheit. Before putting the sieves into the oven, place a pan underneath the bottom sieve. Remove the funnel ring. Take care to avoid removing the fine material with the funnel ring, then capture any material that may be caught on the funnel ring. Prepare a bowl to place the paper filter, filter aid, and captured fine material into. Place this bowl with the extracted aggregate in the oven and dry to a constant mass at 110 plus or minus 5 degrees Celsius, 230 plus or minus 9 degrees Fahrenheit. Once dry, determine the mass of the extracted aggregate and the fine material together. Use this information and the initial mix mass to determine the binder content of the mix.